Oh, hello, you insouciant long pigs in his eyes. I'm Reissue coming at you for another Transformers Transformation review thingy. This time we're taking a look at Beast Wars Retrax. Now, this is not a good figure. You'll see why. You can see his head. Yeah, this is not a good figure. It looked good. As you can see, he transforms into a pillbug here. Now, he does have a couple of features in this mode, but before we go into that, we'll just go take a look at the details. Some really nice detail in it. For some reason, he's got Starfleet insignias for eyes, which is weird, but there we go. You've got some clear plastic, and you've got this lovely green that gradiates into yellow, and you've got this yellow down the back. You've got all these spines sticking up there. You got some. Let's zoom this in a bit as well. I've got to be careful because one of the gimmicks is that it'll make set off because it's a But anyway, yeah, you got all this molded detail in the back there. You've got and it comes back down to clear plastic there, which is very nice. You got some little legs, but yeah, it's very cool. It's got some, like I said, really nice details going through there. Particularly these like spines in there. And then I look at his bell bonds there. He's got, segmented eyes, but they look like Starfleet insignia for some reason. Anyway, yeah, so there he is in his beast mode, his pillbug mode. So here's a couple of features. One, you come to the back here, press this little lever, and I just dislodge that. Yeah, this little claw pops down, so you just come to the front. Similar gimmick, there's a little lever just behind the antenna there to pull them forward, and then, yeah, it's supposed to clam shut. There we are. It was just on the ground. There we are. So it does that, and if you loosen these as well, actually, we need to put these back. If you loosen these, there we are. He rolls into a ball, which is what pillbugs do. When they're attacked, they roll into a ball. Yeah, so you can do that. If you ever needed to, you can roll him into a ball, which is pretty cool. But the gimmick has compromised everything else. This is a definition of compromise the robot. So yeah, let's take him. Well, in terms of articulation first. Obviously, you've seen the gimmick there. His antenna can move up and down, and his little legs can move up and down, but they're more for transformation, and the gimmick as well, and that's it. Because I do quite like these segmented sections here. So transform him then, let's do that. So we push the antenna in as far as we'll go, then we'll lift the legs up as far as they'll go as well, on each side. You can do that. There we go. So then we come to the underside, the stay. And then what we do is we grab what will obviously become his legs. So he's got visible leg syndrome. And then we just pull these out like that. You pull his waist down, and then you just fiddle the legs out as best you can. Oh, there we are, there we are. There we are, there we are. And then pull out his little feet, like so. You can see what I'm doing. Get this black section here, rotate this round, and it fills in the gap there. Then you get this section here, rotate this forward, becomes his chest plate. And we're not ready yet. And then you get this, will become his head, and then you rotate this round. Do you know what? Let's move the camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, there we are. And then you get this section and you rotate it round, and he's there we are, a bit stuck. And you get this lovely little bounce. And then what you do, and there he is in his robot mode, basically. Yes. Yeah, and there he is. Weird. You can disconnect the hands, but I'll explain all that in a moment. Yeah, he's got little hands deep in there. You can pull them forward. No, you can't because it's part of the gimmick. So, what you can do with the gimmick then, because let's look at the face there. It's a really cool face sculpt. I do like this sort of, it's kind of very Masters of the Universe sort of Darth Vader helmet. You know what I mean? You've got the Darth Vader thing there, and it is very, you can put that in Masters of the Universe, and I'll be like, yep, cool. Right, so you can still utilise these gimmicks as well. So you can still press that, and you can still press that as well, and, it's already done it, hasn't it? There you go. So you can still use them gimmicks. But the main gimmick is that he can, do a power hug. So again, you just disconnect him like that, and then his whole body lifts around, and he can do that. Not the best of figures, I must admit. Yeah, and then he can move his hands out and just have these sort of flapping in the background, and his hands will just sort of hang there, going, oh, what? It was this big, I swear. It's an interesting bot, I must admit. Would I recommend him? Only because he's weird. But he's one of those figures that you could have an entire Beast Wars collection and nothing else and still miss this figure and think it's complete, It is a weird one. I mean, I managed to pick this up in B&M when they were in B&M for like $7.50, and I'm like, I'm having that. So in terms of articulation, then his head will move 360 degrees on a ball joint. You can move it, look up, look down, but that's more for the transformation. His arms will move in and out, but they're on this really tight spring. I mean, that's how tight it is. Bang. I mean, there is a little bit there where you can position it out. It's just like a little catch. So you can position it out. Which I completely forgot you could do. And that's... Get out there. Get out of there. That's it. And then you can just put his arms out like that, if you wanted. But yeah, his arms don't do anything because of the gimmick. His legs will move up and down because nothing at the waist. You can't rotate the waist or anything. I think I'm sure you can bring that up a bit more. Yeah, there we are. So you can lift his leg up, lift his leg back, in and out. You can rotate at the top of the thigh, but it's very tight. You can bend at the knee. He's got quite a nice knee bend. And the feet can move up and down slightly as well. But that is your lot, unfortunately, for this fella. He's a weird one. But interesting at the same time. I mean, you don't want to stand up. You've got to really get him in a really good position to stand up because he's very top heavy with all this kibble going on here. But yeah, there he is. There is Retrax. So, if you like what I do, why not like, share and subscribe? Hit that notification bell to tell me when I've got new videos out. It should be every Thursday and Saturday. If you think I deserve it, please check out my Patreons. I've got a big shout out to all my Patreons as normal. Thank you. And I've got some cool rewards over there, so if you think I deserve it and you can afford to help out the channel, that'd be amazing as well. And feel free to check out my socials, which will be in the description as well. And I'll catch you all very soon. Bye for now.
Unleashing the power, tearing through the night. Transformers in my hands, ready for the fight. With every single figure, I gear up to transform. Soundwave SG-1, bringing thunder in the storm. Watch me review, watch this channel ignite. Fusing metal and vision, let's take flight. Transform and roll.